Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an
Yo, does this show up as it's online for you? Oh, wrong link, wrong link. I need to send out a new link. That one didn't go too properly. Offline, yup. That is not the right link. Here's the right link. Yes. Why does that shit be so? Check now. It's fully online. Alright, I mute myself. Let's get started at 9:10. I'll send it out to my people and you can send it out as well. Nine ten. Sorry. What's going on, guys? For you guys just now tuning in, go ahead and drop your cities in the chat. We're going to go ahead and get started within the next 2 minutes. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys for just now tuning in. And we'll give you guys about 2 more minutes. If you're just now tuning in again, go ahead and drop your cities in the chat. Much appreciated.
If you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is...
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys for hopping on the call. Go ahead and get the ball rolling. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys for tapping into this call today. We've got none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Credit Wizard E on the call as well. We've been rolling for about 5 minutes. One of the first things that I like to do every single week is hop on with you guys and go over some of the fundamental news before the week starts. A lot of you guys are going to be trading. A lot of you guys are going to be trading the Forex markets, the futures markets, crypto markets, and the fundamental news releases pretty much control the markets. This is something that the banks don't want you to know. These are secrets that are ancient within time that only certain people of certain backgrounds and certain trading knowledge and history of time can actually gain access to this information. And if you guys think it's a joke, it is not. You guys see me? Drop something in the chat where you could see me. I don't think you guys could see me. There we go. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can see me now. I know for a fact you guys can see me. Yo, E, you can see me, right? Let's go. Alright, bet. It did take a while for me to get everything up and rolling, so I appreciate your guys' patience in even like hopping on and being on here until this time. It takes some time to get these streams up and rolling. Edwin is my witness. Like, we had to actually get the cameras rolling, actually get the screen set up, actually get the Zoom rolling first, and then after we got the Zoom rolling, then we had to get the YouTube stream up and rolling for you guys. So this is not an easy process. This is not a free process. So is credit repair. It's not a free process at all whatsoever. I know because I've been in the industry, and that's why we've got an expert other than himself that's going to be able to break down a lot of the information for you guys. And one of the first things I needed to go over with you guys is the forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com is actually what a lot of the big and all of your biggest traders go to actually look at the news, look at the economy. I remember one of my first mentors, Jordan Eckel. He's probably not on this call. Gotta go ahead and send him the link to this. We used to look at the news releases like no tomorrow, and that's actually how we found out gold gap, right? A lot of you guys don't know what gold gap is. Drop a GG in the chat if you know what gold gap is or what it was. It was lit. It was crazy. And if you're on the stream right now, don't just hop on the stream and just watch. You know, stay interactive, stay active, drop a like. Definitely engage with a lot of the Q&As that we have going on, because I want this to be an interactive stream. I don't want this to be just you guys staring at me looking at charts and looking at the news releases. I want to actually break down these news releases with you guys. I want to actually break down what the central banks are doing. I want to actually break down how the central banks affect the market as a whole. And now you guys can actually learn how the banks do what they do on a day-to-day basis within the markets, and actually take some of that power and create your own bank account and become your own bank with the wisdom that Credit Wizard is going to drop. So today is Sunday. It's a bank holiday. Really nothing much on the radar. I like to go on a Forex Factory and look from Sunday all the way to Friday. I like to filter out for the red folders. Whether you're trading Forex or futures, my starting point was Forex. For you guys that may or may not know me, my name is Kyle, aka Kyle Hustles. I've been in the industry now for about 7 years of trading, investing, sales, data, finance, entrepreneurship, digital creation. I've been in the space for about 7 years. I got started when I was in high school. I was a sophomore, junior, really just looking at other people on social media, other people on Instagram, And I saw people that are not as smart as me, not as literate as me, making more than me, or had more than me, whether that be more followers, whether that be more influence, whether that be more knowledge. They had something that I didn't. And that's when I decided I needed to take notes and see what it is that they're doing that I'm not. And that's when I opened my eyes to financial literacy. That's when I opened my eyes to digital creation. That's when I opened my eyes to investing, credit, business funding, and actually trading. This is something that anybody can do from all ages, from all races, from anywhere in the world. Ain't nothing changed but the location. That's one of my mentors used to always say back in the day. So on Tuesday we have red folder Australian dollar news. Don't really trade the Oz as much as maybe like AUD USD. On Wednesday we have CAD news. Very important. We have USD and CAD news. And for a lot of you guys that may know my style, one of my favorite pairs, one of my best traded pairs with time has been USD CAD and is USD CAD. USD CAD has been my solid rock pair, regardless of whatever brokerage that I'm trading on. You guys know that it's bigger than a broker. It's not just about a broker and a prop firm. You can trade on any broker and any prop firm and still make money. It's about how can you actually decode the markets on a day-to-day basis, utilizing supply, demand, Wyckoff, and these fundamental releases. 9:45 a.m. we have CAD overnight rates. It's actually forecasted to come out flat, 2.25. What is the overnight rate and what is the VOC rate statement? What do these news releases actually mean? It's the interest rate at which the major financial institutions borrow and lend overnight between themselves within the Bank of Canada. So if it comes out greater than forecast, it would be good for currency. It's scheduled to come out flat. I'm probably not really going to pay attention to that as much. We have federal funds rate, again, coming out flat. Maybe a lot of the news is going to wait until Thursday and Friday. We have unemployment claims expected to come out higher. If it comes out higher, that would mean worse for the dollar. If it comes out less than forecast, that would mean good for the currency. So that would mean good for the dollar. So if it's expected to come out higher, that would mean worse for the dollar. This is the number of individuals who filed for unemployment. So if there's more people filing for unemployment than there was previously, that means the value of the dollar is going to actually go down. Think about that. More people becoming unemployed, more people filing for unemployment, more people don't want to work jobs. What is that going to do? That's going to deteriorate the value of the dollar day by day. So that's how unemployment claims works. On Thursday, we should probably see a drop off in the dollar after seeing that unemployment claims is forecasted at that rate. On Friday, we do have core PPI. It's expected to come out at 0.3. 0.3 meaning this is the change in price of finished goods and services sold by producers excluding food and energy. So anything you're going to be buying at the store, finished goods and services, such as, I don't know, plunger. I don't know, maybe you're buying toys for somebody's birthday or baby shower or Christmas. These are finished goods and services sold by producers that are not food and energy. It's forecasted to come out higher than previous. Coming out greater than previous, greater than forecast would mean good for the currency, so it would mean good for the dollar. Maybe we end off the week on a bullish note for the dollar. We would actually have to head into the charts to actually see a lot of my predictions. The DXY does rule a lot in my eyes because I'm trading mainly dollar currency pairs. Since I did just set up this brand new setup, guys, a lot of my charts are not even how they used to be, but it's very easy to get back to the pairs that I trade on. I like to start off on a weekly standpoint. I mean, if you look at the DXY on the weekly and you're putting on the volume profile onto this, this does not look bullish right now. It looks like it's extremely bearish. It actually opened with a gap down. So I wouldn't expect any sort of reversals. You guys know my methodology is continuations over reversals. So I wouldn't expect like to try to like catch a falling knife for the bottom or the top or anything right here. I'd probably expect more continuations towards the downside. I mean, structurally, the dollar had a high right over here, then a low, then a lower high, then a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then temporarily kind of halted structure, then created another lower high, and then another lower low, and then temporarily halted structure one more time, then created, I would say, like a mini counter trend, then another lower high over here. So I don't know. I really feel like the DXY is actually still going to maintain this trend towards the downside. Let's be real. That's actually kind of like what I'm going to paint as the picture for the dollar. Let me just change this thing up a little bit. Bet that should be a little bit more clear. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're bearish the dollar. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're going to be bullish the dollar. Okay. 2 for bearish, 1 for bullish. Again, 2 for bearish, 1 for bullish. See if that confuses you. So that's right. If I'm looking towards bearish dollar and you're dropping 2 in the chat, you're kind of like agreeing with that mindset here. If you're going bullish the dollar, drop bullish in the chat. I want to see. It's not. Hey, if you disagree with me, it's not a bad thing whatsoever. I just kind of want to see your analysis as to what you would be looking at if you do disagree. Because I don't take any opposing comments left or right. Honestly, you want to go kind of like left with that, then that's fine. How would that affect Euro USD? Euro USD is the #1 traded Forex currency. It's actually what I would trade if I was trading on whatever brokerage I'm on. Is Euro USD. I'll be honest, whether that was MT5, Act Trader, I've won on Euro USD and USD CAD, the truth be told. And it actually follows suit with the DXY. So seeing that structurally the DXY was maintaining that downtrend, what can we see with the euro? The euro can actually maintain this uptrend on the monthly. If we go down to the weekly time frame, I don't really see any point in selling the euro. I would actually maintain with continuations over reversals on the euro. And I'll be honest, I actually called buys even from down here within a lot of my private groups, and we caught them. TradingView keeps wanting to get me in. I just logged on to here. There we go. So yeah, I actually called out a couple of buys literally within this range. This right here is a solid accumulation schematic, and it's marking up, showing improving higher volume with the daily chart. Anytime I see an engulfing on the daily chart with a higher volume on it, that right there is easy entry model right there. That's an easy Wyckoff smart money entry model. Even right here on the daily chart, we've got an engulfing candle. There's an easy entry candle. Every time you see that engulfing closing on higher volume, you can easily take that entry and scroll down to the lower time frame, like the 4-hour. And as you can see, that entry was like a very good low risk, high reward setup. Even if you were to go down to like the 1-hour, you could have caught that setup. And one indicator that I like to use is called sessions. Sessions on chart. Oh, I need to I'll log in and show you guys like how I use all my indicators. I actually have a custom indicator that I haven't really even released to the public. But on the 1-hour, as you can see, that entry model actually played out really perfectly on the 1-hour. And that's what gave you that entry there on Euro USD. Now, at the start of the week here, we might get a small reversal, a small retracement, but I wouldn't bank on it. I'd probably just mark my level at around, I don't know, here, this demand candle, and wait for it to return down there and take my entries from there. Those are the zones that I'm going to kind of mark on EU and let it kind of play out. One thing that I wanted to look at is silver. A lot of people are looking at gold right now, but let's look at silver. It's crazy. That right there is a bullish trend. This is probably something I'll probably have to wait on for New York session as well. Gold and silver. That's why I like to trade euro, because there's not a lot of that parabolic movements. GU is kind of already going. USD JPY. Wow. Right there, it just goes to show the DXY is probably going to continue in that direction after seeing that harsh of a momentum shift in USD JPY. One of the last things I'll look at before I pass it off to Edwin is BTC USD. The crypto market is on a good retracement. And it's a retracement that a lot of you guys should pay attention to. This can either be the top, or this can either be a continuation for us to create a new higher high. Seeing that historically we went from 15,000 to about 125,000. Usually every bull run, we would see that 10x from 3,000. Now this bull run was from 4,000, 5,000 to 60 something thousand. So I'm not gonna say every bull run we see that 10x, but historically with time, if we study the measured move, the low at this cycle was 15, 16,000. For it to top out at 125,000, I don't think that that's really feasible. I think we do actually see one last continuation on Bitcoin, and we hold these levels and just slowly trade up, kind of like how gold and silver is doing. Um, don't ever really like, permanently let go of all of your crypto, because I've heard some horror stories of people that have bought Bitcoin and had coins within these ranges and sold off. And I talk to a lot of my old buddies now that I started trading with back then, like Jordan Echo and like Ray and those guys. And like, man, we were trading gold when it was like within these ranges, man. That's when this is when I started trading. I started trading here. So when I say I have like real experience in the markets, yes, like I was trading around this time and I was catching these buys. And then when the market was dropping all the way down to here, I was wondering like what the hell happened. And then I saw it like eventually continue up, and then I eventually caught these buys. These buys were the ones that really, really changed my life, because once I caught this entry right over here, I really got to see like real wealth. I was like, man, I saw gold go from 1800 and then riding it all the way up to 3000. Like, I didn't actually end up catching like the full thing all the way up to here, but I'll say around here I closed majority of my positions. But still, catching an entry like that is like life changing. Um, because nobody ever really catches moves like that, especially on gold. And when I was trading it at first, it was on Hugo's Way. And people don't even trade on Hugo's Way anymore. People don't even promote Hugo's Way. People don't even like send referral links to that anymore. But like, it's literally just a forex broker still at the end of the day, which they all are really going to be like that. So that's why I'm making my decisions very close as to what brokerages I trade on this year. Truth be told, I've traded on Hanko, AAA, Next Wave, and a lot of the information, a lot of the brokerages out there, have certain regulations and don't have certain regulations. So that's why it's always very, very smart to trade on a platform that has a real app, a real application that you can download on your phone. Because just trading directly to TradingView, like how a lot of futures traders trade, like how I did myself, it does hold you like very to a disadvantage, because now you can't trade while you're at work or at school and stuff. But that's exactly how I started trading. I remember I started trading on the school bus. Remember I started trading working jobs at Publix, door-to-door sales. That's how I started trading. So that's why having an application on your phone that you can actually trade on. And I see some futures platforms now have that, like Top Step X, which is really, really good. Um, so with that being said, honestly, that's all I had to say for my weekly outlook and my fundamental news releases. If you guys are ready for the credit repair and business funding hacks, drop a 777 in the chat. Let me just see who's active. I just got this new mic, so you guys are probably like hearing every single one of my my moves. I like it though. Nice, spot on camera and mic setup. I haven't had it like this in a long time. I actually used to use this one right over here. It's not plugged in. 777. Yo, Edwin. They said they're ready. How you feeling? Yes, sir. Let's get it. Yeah, do the reshare one more time. It is not. Let me do this. Try it now. Nah, it's not. If you want, you can send yeah, send me over the bet. I'll present it. I sent you a message on Discord. Okay, I got it. Just got it. Damn, my phone just died. Yes, seriously. I think you might have to send it to me on Telegram or Discord. Yeah, direct message. Oh yes, on Zoom. Damn. No. Oh yeah, I got it. There we go. All right, going on mute. Go ahead. Let me know if you guys can see it. Drop a 7 in the chat. Can you see it? Okay. Cool. I'm gonna stay unmuted. My phone is now back online. If you guys can see it on the YouTube, drop a 3 in the chat. Yes, sir. Let's go. Hey yo, drop a 2 in the chat if you're getting some value from this though. I know a lot of you guys are still on this call getting some value. My bad. Go ahead. You're good. You from the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Credit Wizard E. Yo, definitely go ahead and scan the QR code sent you. He'll definitely get you in with a special promo. This is not any sort of paid sponsorship or promotion whatsoever. I am a client myself, and I personally have been busy with going to the gym and trading and doing a lot of in real life stuff. So I personally needed this service as well. So highly recommendation because he's actually local and can link up with you as well. So with that being said, that's the end of the PowerPoint. That's the end. Thank you for hopping on the call. I'm pretty sure Edwin could say the same. And with that being said, we'll see you guys at the top or from the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. I'm going to end this thing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.